What's going on, motherfuckers? It's your boy Dumar Rettenbacher here again with another how-to video, and today I am going to figure out / show you guys how to put a chassis mount sway bar on your B-body. I'm sure it'll work for other cars, but in particular, this is gonna be focusing on 91 to 96 B and D body cars, which would be the Caprice, the Roadmaster, the Custom Cruiser, Fleetwood, obviously, and Impala SS. So, let's dig in. Now, let's get started with the blasphemy. So I chose to use a Ford, here we go, Panther Platform sway bar. This hugs around, I'll show you when we get down there, this hugs around the B-body 8.5-inch rear end. Even with my big obnoxious Moser cover on it, it goes around it real well. And it goes around the cover nice. And everything lines up so you can mount this to your axle. And then it seems as if this line up pretty good with the, what was I going to say? Oh, with the upper, like frame channel that goes across there. So I can show you better than I can tell you once we get under there. But the first thing I'm going to have to do is I ordered the wrong, of these pieces here, the horseshoe for the bushing here. I ordered the wrong one, so that's not the hugest deal. All I'm going to do is drill another hole here, and I'm gonna drop a stud through the back side of the exhaust clamp and run that through here. And actually, let me go over all the parts that we're going to be using. So first up, 3-inch exhaust clamp. This is I got mine from Summit just because that's where I was getting everything else. But you can go to any parts store and get these here. So I got those. A pair of these the bushings. And I'm gonna have parts for all these, but for the mount and the bushings here, I got a pair of these. The other one you saw over there is in the vise. And stabilizer links. A little upset because the picture shows that they were red, because now I'm gonna have mismatched bushings. I guess nobody's gonna be up in there to see it, but it's gonna bother me knowing that I did it. But it is what it is, and I'm not gonna let that hold me up. So this is our box of sway bar parts, and that's our car. Right now I got the jack stands on the control arms. I'm going to move them further back so they're like under the axle, so that way I know that the car is at ride height, because I want to make sure it's not going to be any binding or weird stuff like that with axle placement. So it's close to ride height right now, but it can come up a little bit. So I'm going to get the jack, lift it up, move the jack stands further back so you got more leverage on the pivot point. That should make the suspension go up into the car some more, and from there we will be able to start with the sway bar process. Let's get it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is drill a new hole here. That way I can drop a stud from the other side to come through, and then I just have to put a nut here for this. Should be room in between the axle and like the bottom of this mount, because the mount has some depth to it. Anybody who's familiar with these clamps know this usually. I can't really show you right now, but yeah, I'll show you when after I take it off. So let me drill this hole. Alright, so let's drill. Alright, so damn, that's about perfect. I'd say that's pretty spot on for center. What did y'all say? Shit, that hole look better than the one that came in the motherfucker. So I'm gonna make that a hair bigger. I'm gonna step it up a little bit, and then after that, I'm gonna find a bolt. I got a whole bunch of assorted nuts and bolts over there, so I'm gonna see which one fits in there best and go from there. Alright, so found that one of my M10 nuts will stay decently in there. I might have to tack weld it on the back. We'll see how it spins or whatever, but that will give me enough come through on there. Voila. So I just gotta do that to the other bracket in the same spot. Then after that, we are good to go. And also, before I get the old rubber bushings, pretty sure we gotta cut them off. I'm not seeing a slit in them like normally. So yeah, I'm just have to cut these off. Just that's all it needs. I'm gonna just do it with the hacksaw. Should only take a second. So just letting you guys know, don't forget you gotta cut this off. Unless you want to just reuse them. But yeah. Alright, so here we are. As you can see. Oh, that's too much zoom. As you can see, we got the holes drilled through. The U-bolts will be able to go over the axle. Let me do this side. I got that speaker in the way. And bolt down over the axle. I'm gonna have to impact the fuck out of all this, but yeah, this is working out exactly how I thought it would. Great. So now I'm gonna get up under the car and lay up under there and get it started to where I want to put it, just because I want to torque everything down until I know it's where I want it and it's gonna line up with the frame where I need to and all that good stuff. So we're about to get up under the car and we will line everything up under there. I don't have a cameraman, so I got to like set it up first, and then after that, after I get it up there, I'll bring you guys back and we can see where I'm at and see if there's anything I want to run into. All right, so I got this. Everything's still loose. I can move everything. I still got to get it all centered. But as you see, that idea seems like it'll work pretty damn good. This is where we're at with that. This is where that lines up. Wish there was a better way I could show you. But laying on my back, that's really the best I got. So now I just got to center it from here to here. I want to make sure I got the right distance. And then I got to mark 12 o'clock because I want to have these. It doesn't matter if the actual orientation is at 12. I'm going to get that to where I want it. But I need to at least know where 12 is so I can make sure they're at the same orientation. The same orientation is probably going to matter more than what the overall orientation of this is degrees wise. So I'm going to start it off at 12 and 6 and see if I got the clearance. I want to be able to get at least a finger, as you can see here and here. I want to be able to get a finger between the QA1s and the sway bar. Because those fuckers are fat. So that's my next step. I'm about to just get the measuring tape, measure that, and then I'm going to tighten this down, but not this, so that way if I need to go left and right a little bit afterwards, I can. Because once I tighten these down, that's going to be where I get my my left and right movement in this bushing here. So, alrighty. Not too shabby. Hell yeah. I'm digging this. Oh, let me get the light. So, as long as my stabilizer links are a good length, I should be in business. Just gotta drill 2 holes. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get the links and the drill and get going. Alright, so I drilled my pilot hole. I still gotta drill it out, make it a little bigger. But I got this side done. The links through there. I just got to I just don't have it attached yet because I need to be able to push this side of the bar up. So get the light there. So it is looking as if the stabilizer link should be in like the perfect fucking spot as far as how long it is. So this is going, I ain't gonna say easier than I thought, but pretty damn easy. So yeah, I'm about to get this last link up over on this side. Drill this hole. I'll get the link up and I'll show you guys where we're at. All right, so we're fucking done. That was fucking simple. Worked out really nicely. Chassis mount sway bar. It attaches to that up there. Big piece of the frame. So now instead of this acting against the control arm can do as it pleases without having to fight the sway bar as much. And now when I go to leave, this is just going to push the rear end away from the chassis, which in turn is going to push the axle into the ground. That's the benefit. When you got it on the control arm, it's more of like a sway type deal, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain it without having videos of cars launching with either one, but it acts against, if you want the control arm to do the control arm's job. You don't want the control arm to do the control arm's job and the sway bar's job. Let that do its own thing. Let the sway bar do its job. And this is gonna fight body roll tremendously, which is what you don't want when leaving out the hole. You know, the whole G-body shuffle thing. So no B-body shuffling out of this car. It's going to be it should just help me get out the hole. That's what the goal is. I want to be able to get my 60 foots down. So that should cover all of that. So I'm going to take some pictures, but there's really nothing else for me to say. I got all the part numbers down in the description there so you guys can see what to do. And if you have any questions, as always, hit me up. If it's about the video, it's free, but you guys know, if you want me to, it's $5 and I can walk you through basically anything. If you have any other B-body related questions, LS swap related questions that I can help with, or some LT1 questions, B-body related stuff. I also know a little bit about 3800, all that kind of stuff, and I like to help people. That's why I do these videos. So that being said, I hope you guys learned something. If you wanted another solution for a sway bar that's not going to break the bank and it's super easy to do, I got all this done for less than $100. So there you go. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget, let that bitch eat. Domestic violence out, baby.